So we only are going to do 4 problems and all involving i's. Remember that I represents a radical. So when you look at that, you've got an I on the bottom, which means there's a radical on the bottom, which means I can't have it, right? So I need to rationalize it. Any ideas on what you might multiply by in order to rationalize that? Not reciprocal. Kind of the opposite. What's it called? Conjugate. The reason we need to use a conjugate here is because this is a binomial in the denominator. And these types of problems are going to take a little bit of work, so make sure that you're careful so that you don't throw your whole answer off. You guys want to start with the numerator or the denominator? Numerator, that's the hard one. We're gonna FOIL it. So what do you get when you multiply the two firsts together? How about the outers? How about the inners? And how about the last? How's everybody doing with the numerator? A-okay? All right, let's go. Do you want to simplify that first or go to the denominator? Okay. Denominator is conjugates. So your middle terms are going to cancel, which means I only need to multiply the first and the last. What do you get when you multiply the first? The last? So that's what my denominator looks like. I squared, yes. Okay, so let's simplify. What is I squared, folks? So this is really what? This is really negative 10. What can that be combined with? So that'll be 14. And how about these two going together? Okay. What's I squared down here? It'll now be a plus 25. So what is 9 plus 25? 30 what? 34. So there I have my answer, but I only need to split it into the real part and the imaginary part and see if I can reduce. So, why did I change that to 36? Okay, what can I divide by here, folks? First fraction, what can I reduce by? So this will be 7 over 17. Second fraction, what can I reduce by? 2 again, so 23 over 17i. And there we have it. Not too bad. Just got to make sure you don't make one little minus mistake and then the whole thing's wrong. Okay, let's try another one. Why don't you try it? Multiply by the conjugate and see how it goes. So how we do? Where did we mess up? We're good? Good. Okay. All right. I do. Yeah. My job. No, this is straight problem solving. That's it. Any questions at all? Okay. What if it looks like that? That I is not underneath the radical. Okay. So if that, to me, I don't like it written like that. I would rather write it like that, with the I in front of the radical. Okay, what does that negative power mean? What's that? No, what does this negative 1 power mean? It's got to go where? To the bottom, right? Negative exponents are no good, are they? They've got to go to the bottom. So this will be really that. The whole thing gets moved to the bottom. Don't distribute that negative 1 power. Just move the whole thing to the bottom. Now, how do I fix it? Multiply by the conjugate. Numerator is nice and easy. We've just got a 1 up there. So that's going to stay the way it is. Denominator is conjugate, so you just need to multiply your first and your last. You'll get a 25 minus I squared. And what else? 7. So if we want to be, 7I squared. So then it's just a 7 because I squared is negative 1. So 5 minus I radical 7 all over what? And then break it up into the real part and the imaginary part. And that will be your answer. Don't forget to try and reduce if you can. Okay, those don't reduce, but do try and reduce. Nope, it would not. That'd be okay. Where? Right here in the blue? At the end? That's just how your book writes it. They always write it when it's the real and the imaginary part off to the side. But nope, it'd be fine if you put it in the front of that radical 7. That'd be okay. Last one's actually the easiest one. What's the problem in this fraction? Okay, I can't have that I down there. Is 10 part of the problem? No. If you multiply by 10I, you're just going to have to reduce more later. So we really only need to multiply by the problem, which is just I. So my numerator is now negative 7I. My denominator is 10I squared. So really it's negative 10. So what does this reduce to? Say it again. Just the negatives will cancel. And then we'll have our final answer of 7 over 10I. Like 7I up top? And 7I over 10? Yep, that'd be okay. Any questions? Because that's all I got. All right, so you have almost 15 minutes. You probably would get that done. That's not too many problems today.